Any questions, any comments about anything I can try to answer? There may be other people coming in as well. And hopefully, at least I had noticed that they were. We'll see if they do or not, or they chicken out. And anything that I can try to answer, please, anyone. Aria, go ahead, please.
So, I was your student, as you know, and I did a
Yes.
healing on someone. And he woke up the next morning and everything that he thought was healed, he said hurt him again. So I panicked, but I didn't show it. And I said,
It's best
and I
not to
said,
show it.
exactly. And I said, when my healing teacher, when I was first in those healing classes, he mentioned something about people who think that they should feel pain will. And also there's this thing in Ayurvedic healing and stuff called a healing crisis. And so I think you probably have one of those. And he had, he was overwhelmed and said, oh yeah, I definitely feel like I should be in pain for my
Yeah.
sins. Or, I mean, I'm exaggerating. You know what? The power of language has really left me today. So please take everything I just said with a grain of salt. My question is, did I tell him the right thing? What do you think?
Yeah, you're correct. And so don't doubt that. And it's always good to tell more of the truth. As long as it's the truth of what you really know inside, that's all that matters. And you're good at picking up stuff inside. Just, in the old days, I used to, in the old workshops, if you went to them, they were in Chicago. I used to what I call burn people. And that was, just I turn around and look at one of the people in the workshops and I start doing a number on them, telling them about their whole life as far as, everything that they believe and asking them why they believe it. And it would get deeper and deeper and deeper into it. But the purpose was, it's almost like a shock and awe, as they say. And part of it was show off and, and the other part was to help them recognize themselves. And then I would change the story around where they would have to think about what they were doing in life to see if it was really real. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
But I'm really gentle and nice in telling people, either through stories or otherwise, where flaw might be found within us. And so, but I tell the truth, and that's what's important. And I've learned to do it in my stories and my explanations of things. So there's always more to the story, as they say. And
Okay.
at the same time, the person that you were referring to, they also have a tendency, whoever it is, they also have a tendency for self-punishment and guilt and shame. And so they're going to retain those things. If you're not giving them the guilt and the shame and the wrongness of life, they're going to create it themselves. So that's their nature. And they also have an opportunity at the same time to accept a healing because they don't know what has happened. And I usually don't explain what I'm doing to people. When I'm doing it, I'll give them another explanation instead of what I'm really doing inside, even though the explanation that I'm giving them, there's truth to that too, but it's like watered down. But I don't want them to figure out what I'm doing because they're going to try to control the situation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if someone controls it, then they're trying to play God. And, they're taken away from it. And otherwise, they're going to generally keep their discomforts. and
Okay.
or a disease. There's no reason for it to go away because they can't figure it out. If they can't figure it out, then they're they don't know what's happening. They'll just notice that it's gone. And I don't make any excuses. I just drop it and let them go on with their life. Most people, as you practice doing this, you'll see that most people feel differently in their life. They're healed or they're in the process of healing. Does that make sense almost?
Yeah.
All right. Good
Yeah.
question. Good question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Candy, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, thank you. Good to see you.
Thanks.
And thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And all right, so let me work with you, Aria. Tell me your situation and what you'd like me to work with.
I actually was going to ask for healing for him. He's because I'm set here. I got this ice pack, he's got, so is that all right if I ask for healing for another person?
Sure. Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
So tomorrow he has an appointment with neurologist, eye doctors, because he's got a gray spot over his vision. He was recently in the hospital for 6 days while they made sure that he wasn't dying from all kinds of, like, I don't know, it's hard. Anyway, so what I'd like to ask for healing for is when he goes to the doctor tomorrow, that they say, wow, your eyes are fine, because he is a furniture and antique mover and he's a genius at it. I know that sounds like a weird thing to be a genius at, but this man moved our piano by himself.
Okay.
Like a ballet dancer. And so
Okay.
I'd like his eyes to be cleared up so he doesn't have to give up his job. Thank you. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure. What happens often is a person will experience an immediate healing, or and keep in mind also that a person may experience a graduated healing, and where it exponentiates in their life, either within 5 minutes or within a day or two or several days. And the symptomology would go. Other times people still carry their disease, but they no longer are affected by it in their life and they live a full life. Other people, say going to a doctor or whatever, what happens is the doctor will say if they went to a surgeon, and the surgeon will say, oh my God, I've never seen the skin cooperate like this before, the tissue cooperate like this, if that should be the case. I don't know how God works. I just, we're all there to put our hands on someone, or without using our hands. It can be even through thought, you can get to that place through practice. But and the energies come out of us, but they aren't us. It's an aspect of us, but it's an aspect of God in its reality. And so I let God be God. And I say, okay, God, in your providence, in your way, or creator or universal mind, whatever, I say, you do it and what's best for that person. And, I've worked with God, and taught 25 to 35,000 people over the years. So I've gotten to see a lot of really cool miracles, as people express. And, but it's not the way that I want it. I can envision something the way that I want it. And I'll say, okay, here, God, here's my vision. And what are you going to do about it? And it generally makes it more perfect. And
Okay.
that's what I like, way beyond my notion. And so, okay, so that's what I want to do with this young man.
Okay.
He's
All right.
younger
Thank
than me. All right.
Maybe.
He is. Okay. Now, let me work with you. Is it the top, upper, last molar? Or what is it?
Bottom, but actually the
Bottom.
top upper left hurts a little bit more. What are you, psychic? Oh my God.
Let me work with it. Let me work
Thank
with it.
you.
Huh? All right, move around a little bit. Tell me if you notice any ease at all yet. And be candid with me, hon.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt, well, so first of all, it feels really weird, like I can't open my mouth, but I felt like there was this balloon just like this balloon just kept coming off of me. And
Yeah.
then at the last minute, my brain hurt right here, but I feel a lot better. Thank you.
Now, can you tell if there's an ease of pressure in there, huh? Discomfort?
Well, there's an ease of pressure, the whole, yeah, all of it, the whole thing.
All right, good, good,
Thank you.
excellent. All right, let's
Yes.
see what happens with this. I know
Thank
this
you.
isn't a regular appointment, a long appointment or anything, but this will hopefully give you a reprieve in life.
I'm gonna make an appointment, but thank you.
Okay. All right, sure.
Thank you.
My pleasure, Aria. All right, Ruth, talk to me.
There we go. My left foot hurts in the front in the usual places. It just hurts when I walk. There's a couple of calluses underneath. And what the podiatrist has said is that I'm growing bone spurs from inside the foot that are
Oh, wow.
causing the callus. I'm like, really? I don't know.
Huh.
I know if I
Interesting.
touch it or put pressure on it, it hurts. So I've been starting my day by filing down the calluses and then putting Tramiel homeopathic, it's pain med on
Does
it.
that help?
Yeah, for a while.
Okay. All right, that's on your left foot. That's my right. Okay.
Correct. Yes, indeed.
All right. Thanks. All right, be really candid with me. Do you sense like a tingling and a warmth in there? Or
Not a warmth,
Or
but I
just-
did feel flow of energy. So
okay, now step on your foot and I don't know if you can tell if there's any difference in there now, hon. And be candid.
yeah, it doesn't hurt right now.
It doesn't hurt. Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
All right.
Going to stay not hurting.
Yeah, not right now, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't hurt. Thank you.
All righty. And one more little, I'm going to do one more little thing with that too.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see how that affects you. Awesome.
Thanks, Mark.
All right. My pleasure. And Harry, my friend, anything in particular, please?
Yes, Mark. At the end of last week, I noticed I was having a lot of double vision. And it's made it so I can't really drive for the moment. And so I would ask that you sort of work with that if you would, and see if we can help bring some healing to that area.
Sure, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. All right, Harry. Also, what came to me is an exercise for you. And years and years ago, I used to recommend this exercise to some people who wanted to get rid of their glasses and who didn't like them. And many of the people that I was in contact with that I gave the exercise to, they said that it worked. So what I'd like to do is suggest it to you. Get either, you know what a kite string looks like, kite string.
Yeah,
All right, if you can get a kite string or a pencil and hold it in front of you until you can see it clearly. And then hold it for about a half a minute or less than that, maybe about 10, 15 seconds. And then say if you're nearsighted, that means you can't see far. Then you'll hold it out until it begins to get blurry. And right where it begins to get blurry, hold it there until you keep focusing on it until your vision gets stronger and stronger with it. And just go out a little bit more and hold each time for about 10 or 15 seconds. If you can do that several times a day, within a week to 2 weeks, if it is the eye muscles, that will strengthen them.
thank you.
All right, good. Good, excellent.
And
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry.
while you were working with me, I could feel a warmth through
Good.
my, so that, I know something was happening, and I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it as well, the feedback. All righty. Candy, hey, talk to us. Talk to
Me.
me.
Here I am.
Awesome.
How are
Awesome.
you?
Well, very well, thank you. Good to see you.
Good, thank you. Long time.
I know, I know. How long has it been? A couple weeks?
Not even.
Okay. My time perception is way off.
That's okay. No worries at all. I'm just showing up today for a healing for this hiatal hernia that I have.
Okay. All righty. Let me work with this, hon. All right. How do you feel inside? Did you notice any difference in there? Be candid.
I feel like my body felt really heavy, just kind of weighed down. And I kind of felt almost like if he was being kind of pushed back. I might feel a little less pressure in that area.
Good. Good. All right. And what my prayer was basically was to strengthen the muscles within the whole abdominal cavity and chest area. To give it more substance that where the muscles aren't weakened.
Okay.
All right. All right,
Thank
good. Let's see.
you.
Oh, my pleasure. My total pleasure. And Nini. Hey, Nini.
Oh, hi, Mark. I just need a blessing for the projects that I'm going to be doing soon, like in a few days.
Okay,
Thank you.
sure. Okay. You have it.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Please, Aria, how you doing?
I feel better.
All right,
I
good.
don't feel good. I feel better though. I feel better.
All right,
Thank
good.
you.
And this may be a reprieve until you are able to. So let's see. I've seen that happen many a time too. All
Thank you.
right. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. And I pray that, you know, it keeps getting better and better and better. All right,
Thank
great.
you.
Sure. Ruth, how's your foot, hon?
It feels good.
All right, good. Let's see if this doesn't help and help you get through this traumatic time.
I don't know.
Yeah. Don't let them suggest you need your foot cut off. And
No, that's not going to happen.
okay. All right. Some surgeries like that aren't necessary, but okay.
I don't think so.
All right, good.
Mark.
All right. Harry, do you notice any difference in your vision or you can't tell yet or
I can't tell yet, but I'm sure that we're on the mend.
all right, good. All right, Harry. And Dee Dee, can you tell any difference in your body yet?
Oh,
Or just
I
not the right time for it? Or what?
yeah, I think, you know, it comes and goes in intensity.
That's what I figured.
So I'll have to see over time, especially after I eat. That's always
Sure.
perplexing. So
Yeah. What I'd like to suggest is though that you stay temporarily away from red foods.
it's funny, you told me that the last time I saw you.
Okay. All righty. Red foods. Yeah. Anything of a red outer skin or nature
Okay.
or red inside.
Okay.
All right, good.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My total pleasure. And Nini, you doing good?
Yes. Yes, Mark. Thank you.
All righty. Lynn, anything in particular, my dear? Anything that you can think of that you'd like me to work with
Is my
on?
internet working?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a delay, but my hubby has a friend who is having a problem with Crohn's disease infection.
Okay.
He's had several operations. If you could say a blessing for him, that would be awesome.
I would love to. I think he'll find it easier. That's my impression. So let's see what happens.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, he's been up and down lately, and we're kind of
Yeah.
worried about him.
Yeah, I understand. And uh, we'll see what transpires, you know, as he goes on with this and how he's going to have it easier. I don't know, but something will transpire that he'll have it easier. And whatever that is.
Oh, thank you very much.
My pleasure. What about you?
Blessing.
You got it. You got it. All right. What he'll have it easier in is his symptoms. Just to let you know.
Okay,
All right. And when that will happen, I don't know, but it
thank you.
hopefully will be very soon. I hope. I pray.
That, that would be awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All righty. And any questions about anything I can try to answer? We have plenty of time. Anything, please. Ruth, anything you can think of, hon?
This isn't really a question, but could I ask for a blessing for my husband?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything in particular?
Yeah, he's a lifelong bicyclist, and as a consequence, he's having lots of prostate issues. Maybe about 5 years ago, he had a TERP. He had a kidney stone and a TERP at the same time, which is a prostate reduction surgery.
Yeah.
And now they're saying, well, it's grown back, so we should just take out the whole prostate. Not any cancer or anything, and it's a laser surgery. And I'm like, really? I mean, geesh. So that's the issue.
Okay. All right. Let me work with them.
Thank you. His name's Paul.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Let's see if this doesn't do something or help create a change with him,
Thank you.
Paul. All
I
right.
appreciate it. You don't need more surgery, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. Another impression, as far as the surgical goes, this is outside of what we just worked with, but and applies to other people. I don't know if it applies to Paul or not, but the prostate, as you get older and more mature, isn't as needed.
Hmm. So let it go.
Well, if the shoe fits,
Right.
But-
Sure.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that, but you just reminded me of that. And I don't know the validity of that. I have no medical science in my background,
Sure.
except for what I've heard over conversations from other people.
Mhm.
And that's my medical expertise and
Right.
and hearsay. So, and only
Mhm.
hearing one half the conversation, generally.
Right.
And all right. Any other questions or comments, please? As far as your Ari, as far as your first comment, am I a psychic? We all have this emanation of life force coming forth from us, and it's almost like the afterglow of a light bulb that goes out, and it's always coming forth from us, and it's the fields of information that's emanating forth from us, and this is where the memory is impressioned and stored. This is where the memory is impressioned and stored. And this is what I call, in that memory that's impressioned and stored, that's emanating forth from us at any given moment. That's what I call how do I say it? Reassignment of the information. That's what emanates forth from us. And sometimes I'll see it in the moment. And I don't practice doing it. It's just, I just know it's there. And so sometimes I'll be able to perceive of it in the spur of the moment, or more often, I'll be able to perceive of it. And this is what also, as we work with it or put our attention to it, we can work with it to create a greater, newer reality. And that's what I do when working with healing. I work with to create a greater and newer reality through my thought and through my prayer, which the old man or woman upstairs takes over and says, okay, move over, Earlix, let me take over. And it makes it more perfect. If that makes sense. And so, as I'm seeing everyone here live, I can see a lot of light around them. And that's the reassignment that we're perceiving, where the information is stored.
I don't understand the reassignment part.
The
Reassigned
reassignment.
to
Yeah, go ahead.
what or into what?
Well, this is where the memory is stored in that afterglow that's emanating forth from us.
Right.
And so it's being reassigned to there of what the person is going through in the moment. It's being reassigned to outside so that we can perceive of it. If that makes sense. And,
Yeah.
and furthering the reassignment is the thought of, say, from you or y'all, when you're working with healing, you're giving it it's open for a greater reassignment because it's in a pure form in that thought that's emanating forth. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, Ruth.
Mark, do you, when you say you see the light around a person, is that the same
Yes.
thing as seeing an aura?
Yeah, that's what people call auras.
Yes, okay.
I call it
Because-
morphic fields. Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes people who can see auras can see a disturbance, like
Yes.
where there's disease
Yes.
sticking out somewhere. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can see it, you can feel it, you can perceive of it in different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll even perceive of it as an impression or a depression. Impression or a depression. And I know there's a void there that needs to be filled, or it may be of a dingy color, or it may be a disturbance that you'll feel in your hand, or a vibration, or heat or electricity or something representing something.
yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
worked on 2 people last night at our dance that
Cool.
were in, one had had knee surgery for the 4th time, and the other one had an accident and broke his arm, his elbow,
Oh.
and he was playing banjo for the first time. And at the break, I said, you know, how are you? And he says, it's uncomfortable. And I said, well, would you like? And he thought about it and he went, oh, okay. And then he was
Cool.
like, oh, I felt that. It feels tingly. I'm like, well, you know, it's.
Yeah, change is happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then we let God take over and say, okay, boss, what are you going to do about this now? You know, or okay, creator, or nameless one, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, everyone here has the ability to work with this stuff to varying degrees. I consider myself better than most because I practice more. That's all.
Sure.
You know, and it came to me to discover it through practicing. You know, and I didn't know it existed until I started practicing it.
Yeah. I was led to it, and then I had lots of classes. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Cool. All
Thanks.
right. Sure. Anything else I could try to answer before we go here? Anything, please. Dee Dee, anything? Candy, I mean? Dee Dee.
You could call me Dee Dee, it's fine.
All of a sudden, I thought I was talking to someone I knew about 40 years ago, but very,
I have a
very
dumb,
similar.
super dumb question. Are you serious about Candy not eating red stuff?
Yes,
Okay.
for her. Just for
Okay.
her. Yeah, very important for her.
No, I understand it's for her. I've
Yeah.
never heard that before, and I was.
I know.
Well, I had
I
a
know.
session with Mark about a week ago, and he told me that in my session.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Anything. Yeah, I didn't even remember I said that, but it just came through. So
So what would
Cool.
the red stuff, what would the red stuff do? Would it inflame or something?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, it would irritate. It would create an internal irritation.
Mhm.
It carries a memory for irritation, a stimulant.
Okay.
Cool. Stimulant for irritation. And that's what the red does. It brings life to something, an activity. And it's also the color of spirit. Bringing activity in. You want to hold off on the activity of certain natures in your body. And then in a couple weeks, start it up again gently.
That's exactly what you said.
Cool.
2
I'm
weeks.
consistent. I'm consistently consistent.
Yes.
I just cracked myself up. Oh, all right. Anything else I could try to answer? Notice I said try to answer. Anything, anyone? All right, my friends. Blessings to everyone here. And I really thank you very, very much, for being here. And let's see. Oh, quick question for Lynn. Are you there, Lynn?
I am.
Oh, cool. All right. Quick question. Did Lori, were you able to pass on the writing stuff to Lori?
It was, and she has yet to get back to me though.
All right, that's fine. Thank you so much. All right. Blessings, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
Mark.
you.
Bless you.
Thank
Bless
you, Mark.
you.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye,
all.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Mark.